don't know. I hope it's not a simulation. Give each other names like Ahmed and Pedro. And yeah, we like to wear clothes. Girls still look beautiful, and it covers up our human. Eat a lot of tuna fish, but these days it's like we don't know how to act. All these shootings, pollution, we under attack on ourselves. Like let's all just chill, respect what we built. Like look at the internet, it's cracking as hell. Fellas, don't you let it on you obsessed. And our women, they're better than it. So what we gotta stand for? What we gotta stand for? Love. And we love
That it's a really inspiring song. Earth, we love the world. That energy was definitely right. Low Dicky on this one. And shout out to Sujatha because she really came in. She's like, "Could we get some climate change songs?" I was like, "No, I'm not an activist. What are you trying to start?" But there is actually really nice club. You know, like a lot of time, what happens around the world, and I bring you in, Sujatha and Cathy, is that a lot of people think negatively because the coin terms like climate change is now some sort of really divisive political topic because some people say, well, nah, that's not what causes all these issues, or that's not really what they make it to be. And some believe also it's an economic manipulation of so and so. But I suppose my point really is that regardless of what the term stands for, we have to take care of our environment.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Ibed. I want to talk to you about something which is very, very serious. I think we all have to act on it. The Maldives is one of the South Asian countries, which I'm also a regional coordinator for South Asian Heritage. So the Maldives, I've been to Maldives last year. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And the Maldives, I don't know how many of you all know, listeners, is one of the most climate vulnerable nations in the world, facing rising sea levels, coral bleaching, and extreme weathers. And you know, the Maldives is just over 1.5 meters above the sea level, making it so vulnerable and its lowest lying nations on Earth. Scientists are predicting by the end of the century, much of this island, Paradise Island they call it, could be underwater if global temperatures continue to rise. So what are we doing? What needs to be done? We need to really share some stories, real life stories, talking to fishermen, talking to local activists or leaders. When I was there, I was speaking to some people and they were saying, oh, we're already planning to build floating islands and coral restoration projects and switching to renewable energy. You see, they're working towards it, but imagine you waking up one morning to find that the land you call it home is slowly disappearing beneath the waves. Come on, this is the daily reality for the people of the Maldives, an island nation at the front line of climate change. If this could happen in Maldives, it could happen elsewhere tomorrow. So come on, we all have to, first through awareness, we need to talk more about what's happening, and we need to think about innovation and the action that we need to take, and we have to fight.
Yeah, that's really deep. And it's not just the Maldives. There's many countries. There are actually islands that have actually disappeared in parts of the Caribbean, on the Oceania, because of these rising sea levels, isn't it? And I suppose that when you think about it, there are different factors that may have caused these, but certainly what we do know is that humans have been a part of these causes to these natural disasters and to this climate change, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I think we need to involve more of solar energy. We're talking about solar energy and banning plastic. That's one of the things I hate when somebody is using plastic things, like cups and plates. We can avoid that easily. We can always wash dishes and using sustainable things. That's the most important one. And how to reuse, recycling, and those are the things. Eco-friendly tourism as well. So we need to really work on that. And I think we need some celebrities who keep talking about it and give messages once in a while. That's the best way to promote climate change. And we need to really put that, especially youngsters. Youngsters need to be more knowledgeable about this, so they have to work on that because it's next generation, isn't it? Their future generation.
yeah. So what are ways that you think that obviously not everybody is going to be able to make an impact on a global stage, but in the home, Cardiff Council, for example, has now introduced this color-coded recycling and things like that. How do you think that these little changes we make in our own home can impact
It does
our
make
environment positively?
everything. Charity begins at home, we say, right? So we need to learn how we could recycle, not waste much of food. How do we do that? So I think council or somebody should be able to educate as well. Some people still don't know what to throw in what bins. You're all given separate bins, but people don't know, what do I do? Is it recycling? This is plastic, but can I recycle? So these are the things I think people need to be educated more often. I'm not saying that not many people know about it, but at least they should be informed about those. Always
sure.
there's a lot of confusion.
And I suppose that ourselves as individuals should also take responsibility, isn't it?
Yes.
We cannot wait on government agencies because this is the world or the planet as for us, as for our children, as for our children's children. So if someone else is not taking care of it, we cannot hold them responsible. We can do our very best to try and minimize wastage in a house, because now we live in a throwaway society that nobody repairs anything.
Yes.
I'm not going to go into ages, but when I was young, we make things out of things. So you got a broken record, you even use that to create something, or you got a broken chair that will be used to create something that you can play on. These days, all the toys seems to be electronic, so you just got to touch a button and it plays. You touch a button, that's me. No, we'll take tins and cans and bucket and basket, and we'll be doing the drums and doing the music, and by the time your mom comes, you've messed up a whole a whole saucepan, with spoon and everything. But,
All the dents in it.
Exactly, utensils and everything.
But that was fun, and that's how it should be. We should continue to do that. And also, as you said, Ibed, each one of us, all of you listeners and all of you here, should be responsible and take action to everything, whatever we could do. To do every little makes a lot of difference, and we should be conscious of that.
Certainly. Beautiful. We're still here. We're not gone. We're going to play some music. You can hear the background of song Michael Jackson, one of the earliest. I've never thought of him actually as an environmental or some sort of activist, isn't it? But Michael Jackson always had this impactful music about the world. The music We Save the World and Earth Song and the different music always addressed some of these social issues without actually being political. Because sometimes people mix some of the conversation with politics rather than society.
Yes.
It's just like, for example, the show Human Paradise, really about what human beings can do for one another and to one another and things like that. And it's nothing to do with some sort of general conversation on TV, on social media. It's just the average human being.
Yeah.
What can you do in your profession, in your day-to-day living to actually
Yes.
make a difference to the person next to you?
That's
Leave the world a better place than you met it.
That's true. And you have to be a real role model for that. And then we have to create more role models. And each one of you listeners, are you there? So you have to be conscious. And with that, I'll sign off. This is Sujatha Thaladi from the Mentoring and the Regional Coordinator for South Asian Heritage. Goodbye.
It was lovely
Thank
having
you,
you in the
Ebed.
studio. Radio Cardiff 98.7, we're still here. And Cathy is one of the younger generation. So what is your take on, today's view of, are people environmentally conscious?
Definitely. I learned a lot from the conversation. I think definitely a lot of education has to be done on the younger generation with all the materials that we have got right now, with all the resources that we've got from social media and a lot of different things that are coming into our ways. I think it's more about having the kind of conscious, having the kind of respect to both ourselves and also the environment and also to people around us. And I think it's really important for young people to basically get involved, to know more about what we can do, the subtle changes that we can do to the environment and also to people around us, which is by putting ourselves into the community. And that is really important.
That's right, I couldn't have said it any better. Well done, Cathy. That's just speaking for the younger generation. So, of course, if you want to get involved in your community, please don't forget, I often talk about c3ac.org, the UK, Cardiff Third Sector Council. We also have the mentor ring, Sujatha, who is here. Go online, type in the mentor ring, Cardiff, the base in Buton Community Centre. C3AC is also based in Buton Community Centre. These are amazing group of people running these charities that actually I always view these not like workers. These are actually individuals I have tremendous respect for. I'll call them anytime, I'll speak to them, refer people. I've done quite a lot with Sujatha as well. And so, if you want to get involved in your community, the mental ring, go check them out, Buton Community Centre. This Wednesday, the 19th, coming Wednesday, the 19th of February at Buton Community Centre, starting from 12 o'clock, is the annual general meeting for C3SC. So if you're a member or somebody who has had support from them before, please make sure that you attend on the 19th, Wednesday the 19th of February from 12. There's going to be a light lunch available just before the event starts for 1 p.m. So Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM, we're not gone. It's 20 minutes past the top of the hour and we're still here till 3 p.m. So keep your information and your text coming if you're interested in for us to play a song for you. 07354 770 837 or at Radio Cardiff or at writing_reflex on all social media handles. I'm gonna rewind this track back and play a song by Michael Jackson to celebrate World Music Day theme, which is radio and climate.
Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.
King, you know it. King already, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. My body's all got a king body. Body gon' shine, bling, bling body. Calling on the shots, ring, ring body. Crown on your head, got a king body. Don't have the key, you a king, you know it. King already, my baby, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. Shine already, it's time already. Align already, it's time already. Shine already, it's time already. Align already, it's time already.
Can't stop it, we say no, no, no. Royalty say don't you, no, no, no. Can't stop it, we say go, 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 go. Babylon, but what you do, go, go, me ruler, yeah. Everybody on the conquer, yeah. Every king be stronger, yeah. King the rule them longer, yeah. No matter who you are, oh. Real king always be you. Give her the bread, I swear people my love. It's like my ready, I say it's like my ready. It's like my ready, I say it's like my ready. When you got the remedy, I say you got the remedy. Shine your body, shine your body.
Known as a king, you know it. King already, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. My body's all got a king body. Body gon' shine, bling, bling body. Calling on the shots, ring, ring body. Crown on your head, got a king body. Known as the king, you know it. King already, my baby, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. Shine already, it's time
Bubble up and watch it go, 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 go.
Diamonds on my fist, my intimate job. Come and rest your head, take your crown off. Woke up in the phone, need to take it slow. He said I'm moving too fast, need to take it slow. Take it slow. Take it slow. Trying to tell my baby how. Take it slow.
Remember we go. Real king always be no. If I be brave, I swear people my love. It's like my ready, I say it's like my ready. It's like my ready, I say it's like my ready. You got it ready, I say you got it ready.
Yes, Radio Cardiff 98.7, amazing tune already. That's Beyonce featuring Sujatha Thaladi of Ghana. Shout out to the motherland. And Major Lays on this one. And I thought I'm gonna be biased and do another GH boy, Stone Boy, featuring Beanie Man, Sugar. Could never be any better than this, is it? So you know what I'm talking about. GH, Jamaica, you know them too. Let's do this one. After we come back, we've got some motivational talks for you, going into some deep, meaningful personal development. You know how we do on the Human Paradox Show every Friday between the hours of 1 to 3 p.m. right here on the #1 dial in the capital city, Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM. Sugar!
He rise up the man, them banana. Buy one, get one free for the anana. Oh, I. Hey, Vinny man, we are the girl, them sugar. Silk time and the girl, them banana. We are the girl, them sugar. Silk time and the girl, them banana. We are the girl, them sugar. Silk time and the girl, them banana. The girl, them sugar. Silk time and the girl, them banana. Oh, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. West, yeah, hey, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. Oh, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. West, yeah, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. Hey, inna me Dolce, me Gabbana. Every girl say me hot like the Sahara. And this pretty girl named Tamara. She nigga things from me score like a baller. She feel like a virgin Madonna. Who's busting at your belly and on your mama. Baby man, me have the girls them banana. Me, now go a no manaba. Say you a happy, say you have to go a Gravada. Y'all run the farm and come a Jamada. Girl travel from Africa to Canada. So me drop in me share like a baba. Vinny man, we are the girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. We are the girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. We are the girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. The girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. Oh, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. West, yeah, hey, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. Oh, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. West, yeah, hey, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. Wind it up to the king. Girl, you know me mannequin. You, the way you hold me, I make her feel like you do me medicine. Yeah. Go, 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 saka, saka, go, go. Bend down low. No go. Yeah. This is a no go. Farmer, we don't watch them what a bam bam. But the you ginger me, yo. Farmer, we don't watch them what a bam bam. But the you ginger me, yo. We are the girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. We are the girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. We are the girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. The girl them sugar. Silk time and the girl them banana. Oh, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. West, yeah, hey, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. Oh, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada. West, yeah, hey, yeah, West Side, bada, bada, bada.
The most wanted mix. The almighty street beats.
And whether you're black or whether you're white, you gotta know that the music gonna play all night on Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.
Rumba, tell your friend, tell your friend, tell your friend, tell your friend, tell your friend.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Radio Cardiff 98.7FM. Do you know we had to do these three songs on the sort of Afrobeat meets dancehall. I was just about to get myself into the party mode.
Yeah, I was really hyped up with the dance and stuff with the event.
Yeah, beautiful. So we've been talking today about World Music Day. Theme was or is radio and climate, but at the same time, as you know, we're doing the human paradox. Now, bit of useless information you might want to know, or you might know, in 2015, on this day, YouTube was founded in San Mateo in California by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Joet Kareem. Today, YouTube is probably the definition of sound when it comes to music, and how much YouTube really helped to promote a lot of things in and around today's music. And you could possibly be, not possibly, actually, people get big on YouTube without any other media.
Yeah, they can go viral in just one night. So YouTube is really a big thing right now.
It's really, really massive. And of course, we've been talking about what we can do as individuals for our community, what we can actually do for ourselves. Obviously, charity starts at home. And so you had some motivation to share.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing that I learned very much this year was finding my why. It's really important to just know why am I doing the things that I'm doing. Is it really something that I really enjoy? Is it really something that I really wanted to do? It's about fighting with myself, in other words, that I am trying to find myself through the experience, through failing and then getting up again, which is really amazing as a teenager, just to basically fighting with myself, but also finding more about myself, which is really, really amazing.
Yeah. And that why actually defines the reason why a lot of people succeed or don't succeed, give up or don't give up, etc. So in terms of knowing your purpose, that's why. In terms of knowing the reason you are doing something, can obviously allow you to be more motivated to keep at it, isn't it?
I agree. And it's really important when you perhaps at moments where you want to give up or at moments where you fail something, it's the motivation that get you going, and it's a mindset that kind of sets you in the stone of continuing the path that you wanted to.
That's right. And I don't necessarily also think, I mean, we use the word failure and we look at the word failure in a very negative light, but failure in itself is a positive thing.
I agree.
Because it's a lesson. It's what the path to success entails. It entails failing, because by failing and trying to find solutions, you find a better way of doing things. So is it really failure?
I agree. I think failure, it's really controversial in terms of its definition, but I've heard a phrase from John Maxwell. It says, fail early, fail often, but always fail forward. Really important stuff, because we might fail at some times and it's inevitable, but if we always fail forward, it means that we always learn a lesson from that and we always go forward with our dreams and motivations.
That's right. And so to me, it's always been one of those things, especially when we talk about sort of community, for the social commentary I do for many years. It's really about trying to make people understand that, yes, many community has been marginalized, they've struggled. Many individuals may not have come from a privileged background. These are challenges that we recognize, appreciate that these challenges has made it difficult, but it makes us also understand that nothing is actually impossible if you don't get yourself beaten down because somebody else is trying to beat you down. Or like some people say, the universe is not aligning for you, but there are things that you can also do to help yourself.
I agree. I think it's also the beauty of working for yourself and working for what you like, despite of the challenges. It's about going through that, but also making the choice, making that particular decision and mindset that you're still going forward despite the challenges and what you have faced in the past.
That's right. So, look, if you're out there and you're having any struggles, you're looking around you, probably like today, Valentine's Day, like there are people out there posting stuff, and you might think, oh man, my life is not the same. I do not have that. I do not have this. My grandmother always used to say, count your blessings. First of all, think about today. You woke up today. For many people, the thought of waking up may be taken lightly, but you might think, look, I had an alarm clock for whatever time. And you might actually think, oh, the alarm clock woke me up. But there's an analogy that I heard which is really interesting. Put this alarm clock next to a dead body. Put an alarm clock next to a dead body. Would that wake up a dead body? Would that resuscitate a dead body?
No, definitely.
Would that resurrect a dead body?
No.
No. So the alarm didn't wake you up. I believe in God. God wake you up. Life is always some sort of weird opportunity for you to be able to start the day afresh. Like it or not, there's 24 hours in a day. Funny enough, those 24 hours, they go, and what happens? They come back.
Yeah.
Every day, 24 hours, they go and they come back.
Yeah.
So this day, whatever it is that you're going through, that shall pass.
Yeah.
That shall pass. And you would have another 24 hours to make it anew, to make it afresh. So, okay, you get beaten, you get down. It's okay. Cry if you have to. I'm a big crier, actually.
Me too.
Obviously.
I love crying. But that's a great way for emotional expression.
Oh yeah, in my family I've always been teased as a big crier. In fact, a lot of my social poetry is motivated by the pain I see other people suffer. I'm actually really resilient when it comes to pain and so on and so forth. But my poem, for example, This is to the Women Who Hurt, in 2013 was when I was seeing the war in Syria at the time surge, and there was this massive news about a young boy's face in the sea who had passed, and looking at the struggle that, especially as often as it happens with war, women and children suffer the most. And it pushed me to write that poem. For example, I've performed it in different places. So really, it's the compassion we have for people that can also help, because there's a biblical principle that say that there is more joy in giving than in receiving.
Definitely. I agree with this.
And psychologists have actually agreed with that principle, that the more you give, the more you feel better by yourself, the more you receive. And we know that better as volunteers, as volunteering. You either give your skill to receive opportunity, receive experience, receive recommendation for your CV or whatever it is, but when you're learning. And the more you are focused on helping other people, the less your mind has time to grieve, basically, or to complain, or to go through the depressing moments, because at that moment dopamine will be created just getting outside. Science shows that you would have an influx of dopamine, you have an influx of serotonin, and all these positive feel-good chemicals would naturally flow by just having to do the right thing and having people smile and things like that. Good people of Cardiff, it's just about my time today. I want you to take these positive words that my young friend here, Cathy, has left for you. Whatever it is that you're enduring, make sure that you also count your blessings. Be grateful that you woke up this day, even if it's in pain, that you still have your eyes open and you still have feelings in your skin, so you can feel pain. And guess what? No pain, no gain. Good people of Cardiff, it's been my time. I'll catch you somewhere in the capital city. Until then, I want to leave you with this beautiful track. A soulful little track. I'm trying to figure out which one should I give you, but I want to leave you with Shaka Khan. Gotta be there. Gotta be on the top of the world. See you somewhere in the capital city. Peace.